Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm here to give you guys my review for AEW Dark Episode 10, and this episode is called Champaign, Illinois. And I'm just going to get right into the review. It was hosted by Tony Schiavone and Dasha Gonzalez, and the commentary team were Excalibur, Chuck Taylor, Orange Cassidy, and DMD Dr. Britt Baker. But they weren't all together the whole show, so I'll just kind of say, like they switched up the commentary team the whole show. It started off with a match. It was Peter Avalon with Leva Bates versus Jimmy Havoc versus Scorpio Sky. This match was very good stuff. I thoroughly enjoyed the match. Immediately, Jimmy Havoc goes out to the outside to look for a staple gun, but he grabs a chair and he can't find it. So Scorpio Sky attacks him, and yeah, everyone just kind of has a free for all. Eventually, Jimmy Havoc and Peter, and before this too, Peter Avalon cut like a promo, trashing Champagne's alcohol consumption, because it's called Champagne, so you expect them to have nicer alcohol, and Leva Bates just takes the microphone away from them. But yeah, Jimmy Havoc and Peter Avalon work together to take out Scorpio Sky. Eventually, Peter Avalon just turns on him and he hits a wicked double stomp right across the back, which was cool. Eventually, Scorpio Sky mounts a comeback. He hits a flip dive over the ropes. Jimmy Havoc hits a wicked suplex to Peter Avalon into the turnbuckles. That was cool. But eventually, Jimmy Havoc goes for the staple gun, and he goes to use it. But then eventually, what's his name? Peter Avalon grabs a book, and Scorpio Sky takes it from him, and he hits Peter Avalon with the book into a wicked Michinoku driver, but Peter Avalon throws him out of the ring, and he tries to cover him, but Scorpio Sky breaks it up. Then eventually Scorpio Sky just hits a TKO onto Peter Avalon for the win. So Scorpio Sky wins, which makes sense. He just fought for the World Championship like a week ago, so it doesn't make sense for him to really lose this match. It'd be kind of weird. But yeah, this match was very good. I gave it 3 3/4 stars. It was very good stuff. Then the next match was John Silver and Alex Reynolds versus Luchasaurus and Marco Stunt with Jungle Boy ringside. This match was good stuff. It was just a nice showcase for Luchasaurus and Marco Stunt. Obviously, I like the dinosaur, so I'm all for this. They just basically squashed these guys. They win with a torture rack neckbreaker combination. And that was basically it. The dinosaur prevails, and I loved it. I gave it 3 stars and like 640. I give it like 1,000 dinosaurs. It was great. And Lexi Nears has a segment. I just mentioned this because she was new to the broadcast team, and she just kind of updates us on some news. We had an awesome video package for Big Swole, and we find out that Swole means emphasis, that you're energized about stuff, and big, obviously we know what big means, and we find out that that's kind of the way that she's lived her life. And then in 2008 she ended up getting Crohn's disease, and she found out that she basically was almost going to die, and was never going to be able to have kids, and had to go have the surgery, and it just sent her on the deep depression. But then eventually she had her kid, and we actually had a picture of Cedric Alexander, which was pretty cool. And it gave her motivation to want to continue chasing her dreams. We even see backstage that after one of her matches, Kenny Omega signed her to a contract, and Aubrey Edwards and Heyman Adam Page were all there to congratulate her. And then she talks about how you should never let anyone tell you that you can't do something, and don't listen to the criticism. So I actually thought this was a very good video package. Then Christopher Daniels is backstage being checked on. This was after his match with Pentagon Jr. from AEW Dynamite, and he is frustrated, and the doctor said that he rushed his return. And Alex Malvez comes up and asks, how he's feeling. And Christopher Daniels thought that was a really stupid question. He said that he's feeling terrible. I thought it was awesome. Then we have a promo for MJF. He shows off the Diamond Dozen ring, and we find out that he paid off the Blazer, the Bunny, and the Butcher to attack Cody. So at least they're not just randomly attacking Cody. I mean, they still gave reasons for it, but we do have to find out that they are working under MJF, so that made a lot of sense. And he talks about how he selected Cody's tag team partner. He talks about how Cody has no friends left because they're all busy doing other things. And he says that he picked QT Marshall, and because he's someone that he's fairly close with. And he even says, "Good luck, champ." And he's like, "Oh, wait. You can't ever hold the champ ever again. You have me to thank for that." So I thought that was awesome. And he even says that he comes from $1 million and such. Then it shows a build-up for the street fight, where this is after Sammy Guevara and Proud and Powerful lost to Dustin Rhodes and the Young Bucks. They're just throwing stuff around and challenging them to a street fight. And Excalibur, is building up this street fight. And then it shows an ad for a little bit of the bubbly. I heard they already ran out, so that's good. Then we had the main event, but before I get there, I forgot to break down the commentary team for each match, so I'll just do that real quick. For the triple threat, it was Excalibur, Chuck Taylor, and Orange Cassidy. And Orange Cassidy's just sitting there. He doesn't really have his headset on. He just he doesn't have it on his head, but he just has it on over his shoulders. And for the tag team match, it was Excalibur and DMD, Dr. Britt Baker. But yeah, the main event was Kenny Omega versus Kip Sabian with Penelope Ford. This was a great match. It's crazy. It seems like AEW Dark has kind of become like Kenny Omega's show, because I think he's appeared so much lately, at least out of like the Elite anyways. Kenny Omega obviously out wrestles him in the beginning, and then eventually Penelope Ford interferes, and this allows Kip Sabian to gain control. And then Kenny Omega starts him on a comeback. What I liked about this match, and it seemed like everything was a struggle in this match. Like Kenny Omega was struggling to do the Snapdragon suplex. He kept going for it like a handful of times and never hit it. So I thought that was awesome. Penelope Ford just kept interfering. She hit like a rolling cutter, and she ended up like hitting a kick to the head. And he actually mocked Kenny Omega by doing his flip dive on the outside, which was cool. Eventually, Kenny Omega does hit the Snapdragon suplex, and he had struggled throughout this match with the V-trigger. Finally hits the V-trigger. And I liked how he actually was so pissed off at Penelope Ford that he was going to do the Snapdragon to her, but because morality prevailed, he didn't want to harm her. So I thought that was great. And eventually he wins with the one-win angel, and Kenny Omega wins. And the match was great. I gave it 4.5 stars. It was just great stuff. And yeah, that was basically AEW Dark. I thought it was an awesome episode. I loved how it just kind of recapped the recent episode, and we got to see promos that we didn't get to see on Dynamite. They just put them here. And I liked the matches that were on it. The tag match, the triple threat, and the main event. So I'm going to give this show an A-. I'm going to give it probably like a 91 out of 100. So yeah, awesome show. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Please make sure you guys like, comment, and share this video so people will watch it. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel for more content and click on the bell, so that way every time I upload a video, you guys will get the notifications for it. And make sure you guys do the same thing for my CM Brothers and all the Talking Nitty YouTube channels. And that's pretty much it, guys. Talk to you later. I forgot to update the win-loss records, so I'm going to do that now. Alright, so Peter Avalon, the librarian, is 0-5. 0-6. No, actually, he's 0-6. So I don't think he's ever going to win a match. I think when he wins a match, he'll be like in the double digits by then. And Jimmy Havoc is not doing good. He's 3-7, but don't worry, he'll bounce back He just needs to gain his footing and get those wins together. And then Scorpio Sky, he's doing very well. I think he's the first wrestler to make double digits, which I'm so proud of him for. Um, yeah, he's 10-4. Like, I'm beyond proud of that. Like, that's history in the making right there. Like, you just gotta give him a nice hand clap right there. Um, then I believe both John and Alex, both John Silva and Alex Reynolds are both 0-3. But they're enhancement talent, so they don't really need to win right now. Yep, they're both. Um, they're both 0-3. So, and Luchasaurus is 2-4 now. That record I remember because you don't ever forget the dinosaurs. Never forget them. Luchasaurus is 2-4, so he's getting it together. Marco Stunt's 1-8, so he got his first win before he got into double digits. Too bad Jungle Boy won't be able to do that. Then Kenny Omega is 6-4. He's really starting to get himself together. He was kind of struggling a bit by going crazy, so glad he's finally getting it together. And then Kip Sabian's 2-4. Luckily for him, he hasn't had a lot of matches, so he can easily just have a couple matches, get a couple wins under his belt. So there you go. See, I don't just give you the win-loss record. I say how I feel about him, and that's how you should feel. So, yeah, those are the win-loss record. I'll talk to you guys later.